So Warrior Surf was actually really cool for me. I was driving down the interstate one day and I saw one of the posters for the yoga on the Yorktown. And I had some friends of mine, they had recommended some of the VA programs around here. Um, so I just wanted to get out and do something. I just had started my separation process. So there was a lot of issues going on there and I needed a release. Leading up to it, I was pretty scared. Growing up surfing, I loved doing it, had a lot of fun. One of the limitations that I've had is I got injured in the military, and I haven't been able to be hardly active at all. So I was scared to go out there and see what it was going to be like on the water again, and see if I was even capable of surfing again. I had a lot of fears with that because I knew that would definitely put a lot of angst in my mind because that's just one more thing that I couldn't do. Yeah, so day one definitely had a little bit of hesitation. Again, wasn't sure how it was going to go. I had been emailing back and forth with a couple of the team, making sure that I showed up on time and everything. Getting down, doing that hour drive that I have to do, coming down to the water was always fun because of the Folly traffic. But I just showed up and sat around and got to know some of the people. Um, I really got comfortable though because seeing the amount of people that were showing up with the different military guys, I actually had something to talk with people. Everyone was very welcoming, and then we went through ahead and um, did our land lesson. So Aaron showed us kind of the rules of the beach and what to expect, how the different waves were going to be like, and what the instructors were going to be doing throughout our process. And then we went down to the beach and did the rest of the land lesson with Clay, and showing everybody how to stand up on the board, the different components of the board. Introduced us to the different instructors that we would be working with. Um, on my first day, I got to work with, who did I work with? I think I worked with Box, so that was a lot of fun. Super chill, and once I started doing the pop-ups and everything, I really got back into the hang of it, and I was really surprised, and he was very surprised as well. He's like, "Wait, you've done this before, haven't you?" And so then we got out in the water, and everything that I would have been thinking, the hesitations and the issues that are, I've been holding all this mental well-being of where I'm going to be in my life, all melted away. That's what I love so much about being on the water, is it washes everything away and it puts you into this great headspace. And I felt great getting up on waves again. Obviously, I had some challenges because it had been 15 years since I've been on a board. Um, but I was shocked at how similar to it was with like riding a bike. You get back on, you'll shake a little bit, but you're going to go. And I was really happy. It made my day. If I had never surfed before coming into this, I definitely would have been a lot more cautious. I can see where folks come through. They see people on the beach and there's standing up on waves and doing this really cool stuff, and there's a lot of hesitation to it. But I think the group, as it is, we're very accommodating. We explain a lot of the process out there, and because of our history with military, um, we have that ability to translate into different terms that some surfers or some surf instructors may never have been able to relate to. So we have our own language, being veterans. Um, so it's really cool, and I think that giving that ability to others, even though they may have never surfed before, we can hype them up. Yeah, you totally got it. It's gonna be good, and they trust us because of our experience with it. So, oh yeah, I think it's been good. Right. So going into after the water and going into the different pieces with the introductions of the team, we had the lunch provided to us by the great sponsors. Kia and their team, awesome. I love that they come out every time the session and give us food. But doing the other, the more formal introductions with the senior leadership of Warrior Surf, getting explained the process, how the 12-week process is going to go, meet some of the requirements with the surf sessions that you needed to do, the different wellness sessions that needed to be done, and then the different yoga aspects of it. Having that all explained out, it clarified a lot of the questions that were going to come through. And then we talked about the different communication methods. We're going to be using the WhatsApp and the different groups for that. And then we walked back down to the beach. We huddled up as a group and we had that first wellness session, going through some breathing exercises, and talking about how we can incorporate the wellness piece back to the surfing and then also the yoga and how it all comes together. And doing that in a group was really cool because it didn't make you feel like it was going to be this daunting task. You had these teammates you just met a couple hours before, and you were all going through the same stuff. So it gave us the ability to open up and talk. And when a lot of people would think that this is a super awkward environment, it just kind of flowed. And I was really happy with it. I saw some of the other people that went through my session. They opened up, and it was great. It was definitely a very moving experience. So leaving the group, I didn't want to go. I sat there. I talked with Aaron, and I was like, "Hey, you need any help? Can I help put the boards up? Can I do anything?" I was on board from day one. I knew I had found my place. I wanted to be a part of it. So leaving the beach, I had the windows down, had the music up. I was in a whole different space. And I hadn't been in that kind of space in a really long time. So I was very happy. I couldn't wait to get back on the water